You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Be warned that once you pick up a refreshingly cold drink from McDonald's and people see just how refreshingly cold that drink from McDonald's is, you may create drink envy. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
For a morning brew that really creates a stir, get any size iced coffee, including caramel and French vanilla, for just 99 cents before 11 a.m. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I want to circle back to something that we touched on earlier in the show, and it's the joy that one gets when a major news story breaks and you're like the first one, and you feel like, I feel like other people don't know this yet. And it's like, who am I going to text? Usually the way I do it is I form my sentence. In this case, it was Joe Biden has stepped down and he chose Kamala as his replacement. And I thought I got that sentence formed out. I get scared. Like I'm just.
You did it better.
That was the original.
Did you send that out?
Had
Or
to
you
be
corrected that?
You get scared of Kamala's name? Is that what it is?
We had a whole meeting before the
Did you
show
make
about
Joe
the right
Biden
way
a
to
woman?
say it. And once we started saying it both ways, I was like, wait, which way is the
Good
right
news
way?
is you said it right. Bad news is you made Joe Biden a woman.
Well, so I wrote out the text, Joe Biden is out. I didn't even involve Kamala. That's the part about this is like I felt so awkward about it that I felt like I needed to insert it. Anyways,
Did you spell his name out the way it's spelled or the way you put it on the board?
Leave him alone.
Well, that was
Bidan.
That was Biden, like by Joe Biden.
You
You like
wanted
the internet, huh?
You wanted badly to deliver the news to your family that Biden was out. Did Shams break the news?
Who
No.
did break it?
No, but
I
a lot
broke
of
it.
people,
My
Biden broke the
parents.
news.
a lot of people learned from Shams because they have Shams on mobile alerts because we love sports. But it came the timing of it doesn't work out. I think he went there 4 minutes after the actual news came out.
Biden did it in a tweet, correct?
Biden announced it.
So strange.
In memo phone.
But
Yeah.
did you guys do what I did? Did you take the news and it's like, who can I tell this to? Because this is a big story and people are going to freak out. And I just got joy, even though, like, as I pointed out earlier in the show, I don't really care about politics that much. I know that makes me a jerk. But I just felt like I wanted to share this news because it was juicy.
I kind of felt like I was late to it because it happened while I was in a movie theater. So I came out to a whole new world.
You announcing that as a cow must have been incredible.
Guys!
I am honestly stupefied by everything that's happening around here and the speed with which it is happening. Chris Cody, your zeal in wanting to sit out politics except to be the person who informs your mother.
Just facts.
Of like,
That's all I work
I
with.
got the Shams information before you did, Mom, because you're a lawyer living life and
Well,
I'm super connected to sports at every moment.
My mom also, huge Biden guy. I wanted to needle her with that a little bit.
Guy?
We do that too. Like in sports, do we do this in politics
Needle
like we
her.
do in sports? Like, you know, like when your team, like if something bad happens to the Braves, I'm going to text my Braves friend and tell him. When the Biden thing came out, I was like, who's my mom?
This
Big
feels
Biden
like
supporter.
a funny, playful time for you guys,
Yes.
the Codys over on that.
It's like sports to me. It's like, oh,
Always
who
got
can
to
I-
have banter.
who can I needle
It's the
about
one thing
this?
that brings everything together is banter. That and our hate for weather forecasters.
Can you get me the impersonation that your father's coming tomorrow to rescue the show, heroically rescue the show that Stugotz has left in an avalanche of his perpetual lies? Your father is coming in with a Biden impersonation.
It's a phone call. I mean, my dad didn't do this. Joe Biden left a voicemail for my dad. I have it here if you want to hear it. We can just play a little snippet from my phone.
Okay, but how do you feel about it? Because he's been asking me to promote this on the Greg Cody Show featuring Greg Cody, and I think the response is what Billy's is, which is to hold the side of his face in some form of pain, because your father...
Well, I think it's more just people should be amazed that with everything going on with Joe Biden, he had time this weekend to give his friend Greg Cody a call.
Wow.
And I think we should listen to it.
Hey, GC, it's Joe. Hey, it's been a long while since I've reached out to you. Listen, you may have heard things aren't going real well with the campaign right now. Trump got shot in the ear and it's working for him. And now at some event I was at the other day, they caught me talking to a woman and somebody rushed up to me and some malarkey about me talking to somebody thinking it was Jill. That's ridiculous. But there's a lot of blondes now. I remember my dad sitting around the kitchen table in Scranton.
See, he just says Scranton. We'll cut it off there. You can listen to the rest on the Greg Kelly
No,
Show.
why would we want to listen to any of it?
What a tease.
I felt
you
like Dan
believe
getting an MRI.
Can you believe that he had time to call my dad? The week he's had?
Greg Cody will heroically come and rescue the show tomorrow and maybe multiple times this week from the battering it is taking at the hands of Stugotz. Jeremy, you did something today, and we had no time to get to it. We ran out of conversation. We ran out of space. What is it that you prepared for the show that we weren't able to get to?
I'm just excited about the way Gen Z is reacting to the Kamala Harris news because, as I mentioned earlier in the show, the "you think you fell out of a coconut tree" is a quote from Kamala that has been going sort of viral. And so on TikTok, this is the way, Chris, if you want to pot up the sound here, this is the way that Gen Z is reacting during Brat Summer Charlie XCX to what's happening here with Kamala Harris.
At 360, when you're in the mirror, do you like what you see?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
And everywhere, I'm so Julia.
You exist in the context.
666 with a princess streak. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia.
Of all in which you lived and what came before you.
I am telling you, meme culture is going to win this election for the Democrats. No one in this room understands what's happening here.
Nope.
But Charlie XCX has Brat Summer going right now, and it's like an incredibly trendy thing on social media, especially with Gen Z women.
Brat is good.
Brat is a good thing, okay? Brat is a good thing. You're having a Brat Summer. It's fun. It's a party. She tweeted out last night, Kamala is Brat. And they're also remixing that quote with a Kesha song and the deep breath that's happening there. I think we have that video as well that we could play here.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Dance.
I'm telling you, the reason that Donald Trump won the election is because everybody on the internet thought he was funny, even though he was, courting Nazis. And so in this case, you have a very memeable president. Finally, we were bored by Joe Biden. Right. Gen Z's going to love the memes. I'm telling you, this is the only way. This is the only way. You got to run that stuff as actual ad breaks during like NFL games when Taylor Swift's over at a Chiefs
That's
game.
why Trump won the election?
Yeah, and the whole Nazi thing.
Well, hopefully it wasn't because he was running against a woman, because that spells bad news.
Also, total side note and completely unrelated, I'm hijacking this and saying this here. I mentioned Camp Fiesta, which is happening next week on Mystery Crate this past week, and over $700 in donations came in from fans of the show. I am like so beyond touched by the fact that people were willing to give to this cause. For those of you who don't know what it is or don't remember what it is from last year, Camp Fiesta is a 9-day sleepaway summer camp for children with cancer that my family has been a part of for the last 39 years. It's year 40 next year. We unfortunately had to spend a lot extra on our budget this year because the place that we normally stay is now under construction and we had to find a hotel. So all of these funds are incredibly appreciated. The fans of the show are amazing. I'm so touched by someone who even reached out to say, hey, can I sponsor an entire campers trip next year? So if you're interested in donating to that cause where we know it will go directly to camp, it's campfiesta.com/donate. Thank you guys so much.
I am uncomfortable saying anything other than how did that become a thank you speech?
Brat Summer, baby.
I can't say anything else, right? I have to just stay over here and just say thank you.
Yeah, I made it awkward.
I mean, yeah.
Chris told me to get in whenever I wanted. It was the wrong time.
Did he?
Yeah, he's a good EP.
Is he?
Hey, it's Mike Ryan, and man, it's a hot one, as Rob Thomas famously said. I know summertime means pool and backyard time. In some parts of the country, it might be too hot for that, so if you're going to be out there, be careful. Hydrate yourself, have some water, and also have a Miller Lite, because Miller Lite makes summertime Miller time. Whether you're grilling over an open flame or out there on a charcoal grill, listen, man, I don't know what the best way it is to actually grill meat. I just know that when I'm doing my grilling, it's a lot better when I have a Miller Lite, because Miller Lite keeps things simple. Undebatable quality, and it tastes as great as your barbecue. The original light beer since 1975, and a perfect companion for grill masters or wannabe grill masters all across America. With a Miller Lite in your hand, grilling doesn't just taste great, it tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories per 12 ounces.